Hi, my name is Jonathan, and this is a Bowstorative practice, a Bowspring inspired restorative yoga practice. In this particular session, you'll need the works. So one being a block that I'm sitting on, another being a bolster, and if you don't have a bolster, you could use a pillow, a blanket. If you don't have a blanket, you can use a towel, and a strap. And if you don't have a strap, maybe a belt. Please sit in hero's pose to begin with and place your fingertips to your thighs. Lift your rib cage, swell on all sides. Then float your arms, globe hands position, and take 3 deep cycles of breath. Inhale fully and exhale completely. 2 more. And last one. Then move the props off to the side and lift into all fours position. You can keep the block as it is. This is a slower and more mellow practice, so you're welcome to practice with some music. I recommend some Kenny G and maybe a mood enhancer. Maybe you could have a glass of wine and get a bubble bath ready to go as well. In all fours, push your arms straight to lift your ribs up, but allow your belly to drop lower towards the floor. Then move your left ear towards your left shoulder. Narrow the left side waist as you expand and widen the right side waist and right side rib cage. And then go over to the other side. Right ear towards right shoulder. Left side waist moves outward. Tack the left hip back, push the knees out. Then return to center and sit onto the block again. I go with the second highest setting in this particular style of block, just because it gives the advantage of sitting up taller. Then lean to the left. Extend your right leg forward in front of you and grab your strap. So there's a leg position in Bowspring called wave leg, where the knee stays bent, so it creates this wave action. And dig your heel down, curl your toes forward, and loop the strap around the toes and the balls of your feet. Hold the strap with the 2 ends. Keep the right knee bent, dig your heel down and pull it back to tone the back of your leg, and push your elbows out to the sides, just like you did in globe hands position at the very beginning. Broaden the rib cage and lift through the crown of the head. Keep the right heel digging down and pulling back, and begin to tilt forward slightly at your hips. Different than curling the chin in and rounding. So keep a lifted, full rib cage. And then just release the 2 ends of the strap. Place your thumbs in crown hands position. Lift through the crown of your head as you push down with the heel and start to tilt forward. Hold in a little bit more of an active and dynamic position for a little longer. And on your next inhale, rise up, lean to the left, bring the right leg back, then lean to the right and extend your left leg forward. Loop your foot up with the strap again, Hold in both hands. Keep the left leg in wave leg position. And it's especially important when you're sitting up on a block not to straighten the leg so much that it moves past straight and ends up in a hyperextended position with the back of the knee on the floor. So push your elbows out to the side, broaden, fill through your upper back and your upper chest. Gaze forward, open your mouth, gently pull with your hands, push out with the elbows, and tilt forward at your hips. Then release the strap. 2 thumbs to the crown of your head. Push your head up into your thumbs and start to tilt forward ever so subtly. So keep the extension, keep a lift of the rib cage, and a gentle firming of your left heel, pulling down and back. On your next inhale, rise up, bring your left leg back, and right leg forward again. Lift up through the spine, and this time place the left hand to the outside of your knee and right hand to the back of your head for a twist. Push down with the hips, press back with your head. As you pull with your left hand into your knee, push your knee outward, lift your rib cage tall. Keep the crown of your head rising. Then return to center and go over to the second side again. So right leg comes back and left leg goes forward. Knee bends, right hand to the outside of the left knee. Left hand behind the head, lift up tall, twist from right to left, close your eyes, and make the twist more meaningful, which means that it's not the final visual form that matters, but how broad, how expansive you feel within the pose. Okay, this time keep the left leg out in front of you, lean to the left, extend the right foot forward, then pull the left heel in towards the groin and point the foot. Setting up for a traditional yoga pose called Janushir Shasana. Same as the first one we did. Strap up at the toes and the balls of the feet. Keep a slight bend to the right knee, dig the heel down, pull on the strap. And the difference on this one is there's a twist over the extended leg and then start to tilt forward. Keep a pull back of your hands and a push forward through your feet. Option to release the strap, thumbs to the crown of the head, lift up tall, and continue to hinge forward. And then lift up and switch legs. So extend the left leg out and bring the right leg in. Heel to groin, loop up the left foot, hold the 2 ends of the strap, stay tall on the spine so the low back moves in and up, bend your elbows out to the sides, push your foot into the strap and tilt forward at your hips. stay upright, or release the strap, thumbs to the crown of your head, push up into your thumbs as you hinge forward, angle your torso forward. Okay, then inhale up. Just move the strap off to the side of your mat and then lean forward. Come to all fours position. Still use the block, but just place it to the side of your mat for transitioning onto your back. So lift the knees, turn the knees to the left, right arm long, lie on your side body. And then from there, roll onto your back, knees bent, and grab the block, lift your hips up, and put the block at the lowest setting you have under the back of your hips for bridge position. Make your hips heavy, allow your belly to lift up, and place your hands in chin-up bar position where your elbows point straight up. You can make the hips so heavy that your heels can hover, and even the feet can hover. You're welcome to even begin to extend them up into the air for a modified version of shoulder stand. For me, this position becomes a little bit more intense. It's because my hamstrings may not be as open as other people. So I'm content to just keep the feet on the mat. Pelvis heavy, head heavy, rib cage heavy, low back light, back of the neck light. In Bowspring, what are called the apples, the head, the rib cage, the hips, the three spheres, and then the apple cores are the two spools, the neck, the waist, the part that connects the spheres together. And then lift your hips, remove the block off to the side, and bring your hips back down just to feel the effect. Low back slightly lifted, upper back broad, and grab your strap, loop up the right leg, keep the left knee bent, and put more emphasis on pushing your left foot down, the lower foot, and pulling it back towards your hips. Pull down with both ends of the strap as you push your foot up into that resistance. And to switch legs, this one's an easy one. You can put the left foot up into the strap, lower your right foot down. Keep the right foot active. Press the back of your pelvis down, your sacrum down. Lift the low back and gently pull down with both ends of the strap as you push up with the foot. Okay, and then lower the foot down, release the strap to the side, roll to your right, and push your way up into all fours position. We'll use the blanket and the bolster this time. With the blanket, roll it up like this, and this will then go underneath the ankles. Moving these out of the way. Grab your bolster and place it in front of you into a position where it can support your pelvis. Then stack the hands on top of each other and place your forehead to your hands. Push your knees down and push the knees out. Press your elbows out and use your hands pulling towards the bolster to move your belly and your rib cage forward. Then just relax. Slow down your breath. This is where it's useful to have Kenny G playing. I'd put him on, but can't for copyright reasons. And to make this posture a little bit more intense, should that be what you desire, just come up into Sphinx arms position. So forearms parallel with each other. Push your elbows down, pull your elbows back towards the bolster and your hips, and move the belly forward. And look forward. And then to go even further, you can come up onto your hands, and instead of pushing the hands forward, pull your hands towards the bolster. Move the rib cage forward and up as you push the knees down. If there's any pressure in the low back, just come back down onto your elbows. So instead of pushing the hands forward, pull your hands towards the bolster, move the rib cage forward. Make yourself longer, taller, and freer. And lower back down. Just place one hand underneath your shoulder, then the other, and push up into all fours position. Not using it yet, but prepping the blanket up. Just unroll it and fold it into a little bit of a supported pillow. Then move the bolster to the left side, coming to all fours. Tuck your toes under, lift your knees, move your knees to the left, bring your right hip down, right arm long. To make this pose more active, you can lift the right side waist and rib cage away from the ground, or allow it to come down. Then place the bolster in between your legs, both feet and knees. And in this position, reach the left arm in front of you, broaden through the upper back, push the knees forward, hug the knees in slightly, and broaden through the back of the pelvis. Side bow position. Embracing the bowspring shape in a more relaxing and less effortful position. And place your left hand in front of your chest. Slowly lift your way back up, moving the bolster out of the legs. Lift up to all fours. Move the bolster to the right side. Lift the knees, turn them to the right, left hip down, left arm long, and slide the bolster between the feet and knees. Another option in this position is to prop up the head with the left hand, so you're a little bit higher up. When the right arm goes in front of the chest, it gives you the chance to broaden the upper back, and also gently pull your hand energetically towards the feet. Move the top of your head towards the front of your mat. Okay, then lift back up again. And for the final position, it will be lying lengthwise on the bolster, but having the blanket as a little pillow of support at the one end. So sit on the ground and bring the bolster or pillow right to the back of the pelvis. And then lower down, resting the head on the blanket. And just options for your legs. You can go feet together, knees out to the side. You can go legs straight. You can go legs in a cross-legged position. Or just knees bent and feet flat. So choose the version you'd like to do. I'm going to cross my legs. And the arms can be alongside you, or even wrap your arms around your chest. And press your head back into the support of the blanket. Open your mouth. Open your chin. Breathing fully and deeply. Slow down the breath. Slow down any doubts any thoughts. Relax completely. You're welcome to stay in this position as long as you'd like. Adjust accordingly at any time, readjusting either the arms or readjusting the legs. Stay as long as necessary to recharge your body, your mind, and your heart.